Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest GoSkills Excel Challenge solution. How close did you get to solving it? Alright everyone, let's go through the solution for this month's Excel Challenge. Remember, our goal here is to clean up this messy, semi-structured data set using Power Query, validate it, and then prepare a clean pivot table showing the sales per manager by year. So, we want to make our boss happy. Let's begin. To get started, I want to track the solution right within this workbook. So first, let's select the entire data set and give it a name. Let's call it Solution. Next, I'm going to load this named range into Power Query Editor. So go to the Data tab, and then From Table Range. Once inside Power Query, I immediately rename the query to Challenge, just to kind of keep things organized. By default, Power Query has applied 3 steps already: source, promoted headers, and change type. We're going to build on that. So first, let's look at the data. We see that the first few columns are region, manager, revenue. But after that, the columns switch to these generic names like column 4, column 5, and so on. These contain the sales revenue data by month. If you look closely at the first row, you'll see 2023 under the revenue column. This means that the first row actually contains the year headers, and similarly, the second row contains the quarters. So our first task is to distribute the year and the quarter values properly. To do this, we're going to transpose the table. So we click on the first column, go up to Transform, and hit Transpose. So I'm going to select the year and use Fill Down to distribute the year across all the relevant rows. Then I'm going to do the same for the quarters. Again, we're going to distribute using Fill Down. And once I'm done, let's transpose the table back to the original structure. Now our year and quarter info are embedded above the actual monthly data columns, and we're ready for the next steps. So after transposing back, I'm going to fill down the region column to ensure that every row has region info. And to simplify things and preserve the link between the region and the manager, I'm going to merge these 2 columns into one using the pipe delimiter. And you'll see why later. So now we're going to transpose the table one more time so that the structure is more aligned. Then we're going to promote the first row to headers. And we'll rename the columns to something clear like year, quarter, month, and so on. Now I select the year, quarter, and month columns and choose Transform, Unpivot Other Columns. Now this reshapes the sales data into a long table format, and this is perfect for analysis. Now let's go back to that merged region manager column, and we're going to split that using the pipe delimiter. This now gives me 2 new columns, which are going to be the region and the manager. Let's rename them appropriately. And this third column here is the sales amount. Before we continue, let's take a quick look at these columns and make sure that all the data types are correct. Let's change the year to text. Everything else looks good. Sales amount should be currency. Otherwise, we're all set. All right, now that everything is clean, let's go to the Home tab, Close and Load To, and Existing Worksheet. Now I'm going to choose to load this into the Solution worksheet. Now to validate our work, I'm going to sum all the sales amounts in the transformed data set. And then I'm also going to sum the original data set's total revenue. And when we do that, there you go, the totals match. So that means that all transformations were applied correctly. Now it's time for the final step, the pivot table. We'll go up to Insert a Pivot Table. We'll make the challenge table our source. And here's how we configure it. Manager goes into rows, year goes to columns, and sales amount goes to values. There we go. We now have a beautiful and dynamic sales analysis report that can be used to award manager bonuses, and our manager is going to be very happy. So that's how we solve this challenge, starting from that messy pivot style sheet, ending with a business ready report using Power Query and pivot tables. If you followed along, then you've just practiced some essential data cleaning, unpivoting, reporting skills, just like a pro analyst would. Thanks for watching, and keep challenging your Excel skills. So there it is. Did you get the same results? Did you use the same approach? Or did you try something different? We'd like to know. Share your take on the challenge in the comments below, or join us for more discussion in our Slack channel. Link in the description. Thanks for participating, and make sure to subscribe to this channel to get an alert when the next challenge is released. We'll see you then.